No, I don't think so, not at all. Our democracy has been hacked. Money plays the dominant role in politics today, and it really is badly in need of reform. Corporations are not persons. Money is not speech. Big anonymous contributors should not call the shots. Our democracy is intended to lift up the public interest as a result of a conversation of democracy among the people. And we, the people, the phrase is used a lot, really have a lot of work to do. We've got to reform this political system. These shutdowns are very damaging. I mean, no reform of any consequence can pass in Washington today because the special interests actually control the system. I'm glad this shutdown was finally resolved, but it's only resolved for a short term. We'll be back facing it again. We've got to reform the system.
But how do you compare that to the last government shutdown? You've been an elected official for 24 years. Look at what special interest groups have done now. Look at what we've gone through the last 2 weeks. How different is it from where we were? And do these parties even have a chance of having real support at this point? America's devastated.
Yeah, it's much worse today than it was in the 90s at the time of the last shutdown. You know, Bill Clinton and I were able to work with the Congress, and in the process, we balanced the budget, had the strongest growth in the nation's history, reduced the debt, and really made a lot of progress. Now, as I say, the special interests have much more control. And of course, we see the same pathetic performance where the climate crisis is concerned. We're putting 90 million tons of global warming pollution into the atmosphere every day as if the atmosphere is an open sewer. The accumulated global warming pollution that's caused by human activities now traps as much extra heat every day as would be released by 400,000 Hiroshima atomic bombs going off every 24 hours. That's what helped to lift ocean temperatures off Manhattan a year ago and feed much more destructive energy into Hurricane Sandy. That's what contributed to the highest temperatures in the recorded history of the United States last year in one of the worst droughts. That's why we're seeing these extreme weather events related to the climate crisis all around the world. We're paying the cost of carbon and global warming pollution. Now, we need to put a price on carbon pollution, and we need to put a price on denial in the political system.
Mr. Vice President, you've got a Nobel Prize. You also have a Daytime Emmy. You've also been part of the Academy Award-winning movie, The Inconvenient Truth, correct, right? Okay, so all those, you've won all those things. But you're also a very gracious loser, particularly when it comes to politics. What thoughts would you offer to the Republicans, and particularly to the Tea Party, because they still have to all work together somehow?
Yeah.
What would you say to them right now about how to get through this and move on?
Well, in my case, it may have been a little different. I always say you win some and you lose some, and then there's that little-known third category.
Or you may have won it.
Whatever happens, it's how you react to it and how you move forward and focus on the future. We've got to come together as a country. In many ways, the underlying frustration and anger that's evident in the Tea Party is connected to some of what's gone badly wrong in our economic system and our political system. We have higher levels of income and net worth inequality in the U.S. today than Egypt or Tunisia. 95% of all the additional net income since the recovery began in 2009 has gone to the top 1%. That's not an Occupy Wall Street slogan. That's a fact. The middle class is being hollowed out, and no wonder people all along the spectrum are frustrated.